Yesterday we had the privilege at the men and women's brunch of hearing Pat Perryman speak to us. And she spoke about King Asa and how he, during times of despair, times of war and turmoil, he turned to the Lord and he exposed everything to the Lord, talked to God about everything and how hard it was and how terrible it was and how the enemies were surrounding them. And he stayed really close during that time. He stayed close to God during that time. God answered them, and then they had relative peace in the land. And Pat told us that it was during that time of peace when things were going easy that he lost that close contact with God. Nothing was driving him into that relationship. And she related it to stories in the New Testament. And she talked about Paul and Timothy being in Ephesus. And he was saying the same things. Paul was saying the same things in the New Testament, that don't just go to God when you're in trouble. But when things are going okay, that's sometimes when we slip. Whoopsie. And she brought on how important it is. She explained how important it is to keep our relationship with God vital, intimate, and vital during the good times too. Amen. It was a good reminder to us. Thanks, Pat. And then Pastor Kev gave the guys extended magnets so when they needed to keep close to God and get that magnet going between them and God. And I gave the gals extension cords. Keep connected to God. Anyway, we had a great time. Thanks, Pat, for the teaching. We're in Psalm 104 today. The psalmist talks all about the variety of things that God has created. Not only created, but he also sustains, like the ocean, the fish, all the things that are in the ocean, the ships, the food that sustains us. Then he says in verse 10, let the glory of the Lord continue forever. Oh, amen, amen, amen. And he states that the Lord takes pleasure in all that he has made. Oh, all that he has made, even me? Yeah, even you. God's taking pleasure in you. He created you for his purpose. Amen. And you need to think about that sometime. Instead of just thinking you're in trouble with God or with someone else, you need to just stop and say, oh God, you're enjoying me today. Okay. Amen. He goes on in verses 33 and 34 to say, King James, I will sing unto the Lord as long as I live. I will sing praises to my God while I have my being. My meditation of him shall be sweet. I will be glad in the Lord. Wow, my meditation of him will be sweet. That really means in the Hebrew to be twisted together with God. Talking about that intimate relationship that we are to have and that's available to us to have with him. My meditation of him as I'm twisted together with him. There's a sweetness that comes forth out of that. Let's stand this morning and let's say it together from the Passion Translation. Simmons really puts it well here, I think, translates it well. I will sing my song to the Lord as long as I live. Every day I will sing my praises to God. May you be pleased with every sweet thought I have about you, for you are the source of my joy and gladness. Not only is he delighted in you, we are delighted in him. Let's show him that this morning as we worship. Let's worship him with our whole hearts, with our spirit, and just be free in worship this morning. Amen.